Hey man, it's me, your favorite wallflower, Morgan. Hey, so guess what? We're doing it different this episode. You may notice that you can't see us, and that's mainly because this week we decided to do a special thing. Um, we're gonna try to do a theater of the mind kind of situation, and put a little razzle dazzle to this podcast. I don't know if I'm going to do it all the time because I'm doing the editing right now. I'm finding it's kind of challenging, but we'll see. So this podcast, you're not going to see our beautiful faces because A, no one is complimenting me and telling me what a handsome boy I am, and B, it's a lot of work, and C, I'm realizing that we kind of do better when there's not a camera. So I don't know. It's a discussion to be had. So anyone who's listening to this is kind of interested in it, let me know what you think. Leave it down in the comments or something. But yeah, right now we're gonna go ahead and set the mood, if you will. If you can go ahead, you can listen to this wherever you want, but for me, for my money, I would say go ahead and lay down on your couch or wherever you find most relaxing. Put your headphones on because it's going to be an adventure. We're gonna have some loud noises. So I apologize in advance. But we're gonna go ahead and make a little adventure happen while we do a podcast. Don't worry, it's mainly a podcast, but yeah, yeah, cool. So hope you enjoy. Like I said, go ahead, relax, close your eyes, and get ready to explore the theater of the mind with your friends, the Wibbly Wobbly Wallflwrz. Episode 4, I guess. Roll the thing. Okay, cool. Here we are in this random planet area.
It looks too. See what I'm saying? It's too dangerous out there. We have to go back inside.
Do you want to establish where we are first? Do you want to? This is theater of the mind. We have to pretend like.
This is a rocky planet. There's lava.
Oh! Look at all those lava planets.
The sun is barely up.
But also, the only reason you people can't see it is because it's a 2D planet that reverses polarities, so only audio can be heard.
Plus, you're not 2D, so you could not travel to this dimension.
Yeah, we can because we have a TARDIS.
And it's Dr. Who.
I mean, it's a British show. Yeah, just in case. Anyways, let's go back inside the TARDIS. Here, let me open the door for you. Of course there's oxygen, because... Never mind. Okay.
Oh, wow, my 3D form feels so much better.
No, we're still technically in 2D because they can't see us.
Oh.
I mean... Okay. Anyways... so I'm glad that I picked you up on my TARDIS that I have lying around just happenstance.
Are there multiple?
No, just this one. Because it's been a while since we've done a podcast. So I figured let's just break the laws of time and space so we can get one in. Sadly, it's only going to be in audio form. because of the organs or whatever that's out there.
If only we could show you all the amazing space and time stuff we are seeing.
Yeah, like you guys are missing out. Like, whew. Like if I open up the store, watch. Let me open up the store. You hear that sound effect? No, I'm gonna put it in there. I don't know. Look at it. Look at all this space.
Whoa.
Look at all this galaxy.
And here's the closet where I have to choose from all the clothes so I don't scare people like I'm from another time.
Yeah.
Whoa. Here's that pool they talked about once.
Here, let me jump into the pool. I
was about to be like, psh, but you're gonna yell at me again.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
This is serious. We're in the TARDIS. We're traveling, and we're out doing what? What are we doing?
Trying to what did I say we're gonna do? Oh yeah, we're gonna try to find our friend D because she's out there because what, the Daleks, the Freddy Empire is out there, and a whole bunch of robotic teddy bears are out there to like you know.
Animatronic planet. This totally has happened.
I'm sure this is a thing. Okay, imagine a whole like Freddy Fazbear like planet.
No, we have to. It's like the Cybermen.
Yeah.
But it's animatronics, and we have to retrieve Dee back.
Yeah,
from
before
the
it's too late.
animatronics. Yes, before she is turned into one.
Yeah.
Forever.
But first, how was your week?
My week was good. Started a new deli job. Yep, started a new deli job.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing school. It's hard. So think really hard about it before you enroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you thought about just not going?
I have. There's been quite a few times I've really thought about that, but then there's like the hundreds of dollars I've dropped on it. So, you know, and it's past the point of getting a refund at all.
Oh, so you might as well just finish it.
Yeah, if I drop out, not only would I not get a refund, but then I would have to make up my own money to pay the feds back within the year. So, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
That's a shame.
It is. This is the America's educational system.
Yeah.
But it's still worth it?
Yeah.
It's still worth it?
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, how's your week been?
Good. I've been working at the deli shop.
Okay. The old deli shop?
Yeah, that's...
My old deli shop?
Yeah. That's pretty much all I've been doing at this point. That's why we haven't really gotten anything done, podcast or game-wise.
Lots of change for everybody.
Yeah, it's been kind of a moment of change for everybody. Like, it definitely feels like stuff is moving around the universe right now. So,
yeah, not even the internal stuffs.
Yeah.
Don't even add the external things.
What's retrograding nowadays?
Mercury.
Again?
I just assume usually when things are going wrong that Mercury has gated.
I think there's something about Aquarius. And I saw it out there. I was like, yeah, that's me. I'm an Aquarius.
Is it Aquarius season? I think.
No, it's not Aquarius season.
Wait. I think it is.
Is it?
Let me find out. Is it Aquarius?
I just feel like I should know this if that was the case, but I don't even know.
It is January 19th to February 18th. Oh, no, the reason I thought it still was because I'm stuck in February.
Oh, okay.
I forgot it's March.
That's right. I picked you up from February. Wait, so you're still technically you're still working alongside with me. Oops. Wait, I mean, time is funny. Never mind.
Belly.
Yeah.
What's the best sandwich you made this week?
I don't know. It all just smells the same after a while, really. What was the one? It was like a really like strong, piney smell. I don't even remember. Double lemon Gucci? I think that's what it was.
An energizing sandwich.
Yeah. I think that's what it was. Yeah, it smelled really good. Like there was one that I opened up that as soon as I got it out of the box, like everyone was like, "Whoa, what is that? That smells really good. What is that?" Like it filled the whole room, the whole back area.
Oh, that's yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Like after a while, it all just kind of blends for me. If I'm being honest, it's all just kind of just sandwiches after a while.
Weedy smell.
Yeah,
No, that's fair. That's fair.
but yeah, it was all right. I saw the Batman
I've
yesterday.
only heard good things.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna say like anything about it other than it's fantastic, and you just watch it just as soon as you can.
10 a.m. tomorrow. Tickets are bought.
Yep, awesome.
We're on it.
Yes. No. I the big braggy thing that I'm just gonna share for now, while everyone takes a minute to watch it, is I will say I went to go see it in IMAX, and I bought the second to last seat before getting to the stairs. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So like there's an extra seat in between you and the stairs. Yeah. So I did that so I can at least have a little bit of space for myself.
Yeah.
And then what was I bought it Thursday night, and I noticed that like 3 seats were still open. I was like, all right, it'd be cool if anyone came over. But then like it just kind of ran through, and I didn't have anybody down. So I'm like, all right, I'll just go by myself. I go, and those seats were never purchased. So I have at least half a row to myself in a full auditorium. Well, basically full auditorium.
That's amazing.
Best case scenario. Best case scenario. I love it.
For a movie like that, I'm surprised that.
Yeah, I'm shocked that I got away with that, but like, yeah, it was cool. I get to like stretch out my feet and just like hang out.
I was gonna say, get the proper feet out. That's always the best.
Yeah.
I chose the seats, not the first rows because those are always way too close.
Yeah,
the ones
those
that are
were
right behind
too.
the handicap. Because behind the handicap row are the bars you can prop your feet up on. No one's hurt by it.
Yep.
And it's all yours.
Yep. Well, I picked that area because in this theater over here, it's always that area just before the wheelchairs is always just clear. No one ever like picks it for some reason, and it's like, no, that's still like a good spot.
Yeah.
There's just no there's nothing. But did you know that this theater over here isn't showing it?
Oh, the Century 16?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Like I'm like two minds of it. Like, yes, watching it now, there's some scenes where I'm like, okay, I would have felt a little awkward watching it there.
Yeah.
Because there's I mean, I'm not spoiling anything, but there are like a lot of guns playing around, and there's a very particular scene where I'm like, okay, I understand. But at the same time, I feel like we should attempt to move on from like not letting that scare us from like trying to watch a good Batman movie.
And don't let the perpetrator basically win here.
Yeah.
For those that are confused, we're talking about the Aurora shooting from 2011, 2012?
2012.
Yeah. Vaguely close to there, so probably why they're not playing Batman, to be sensitive to victims and victims' families.
And I kind of feel like it's probably the victims' families that are asking for this, and you would have to be very like respectful of that.
Yeah.
And it's probably even the theater manager, like they were probably there that night, and they're like, well, I don't want to deal with that right now.
There's people that haven't moved from this side of town and probably are still going to that theater, and even if they're not connected family wise or even personally, there's got to be some level of local trauma there.
To this day, there's still people who are like, oh, I don't go to that theater because I don't want it to happen. It's like, it's not going to happen like that. And that's the other thing that kind of gets me. It's like, it could have happened to any movie. It could have been any movie.
No, it's true. Any movie there's so many movies with that kind of violence.
Yeah.
And with that kind of insane, crazed sort of psychopath person.
Yeah.
Just happened to be this one that inspired somebody.
Yeah, you just happen to be a Batman fan, and it's like, oh, cool. But like, we don't. I don't know. Like, I understand it, but at the same time, we're missing out on something big right now.
Yeah.
You know, something special. And like it at the end of the movie, it doesn't feel weighed down by any sort of like negative feelings, really.
Not having that gross, icky, like I need therapy feeling.
Yeah, like if anything I can say without spoiling it, it's opposite the Joker movie.
I actually really liked that one.
It was really good, but I don't think I'm ever going to go back to it. Maybe I'll come back to it some other time, but like it's going to be a minute because I watched it a couple of times and it was like, this is heavy. Like, this is really heavy.
I watched it only the time I saw it in theaters. One, that was the way to see it. But two, I agree. There's just, your brain doesn't always need that kind of negativity. It doesn't always need to be weighed down like that. But every once in a while, if you're in a good spot, you can do it.
Yeah. And it's really weird that movie came out, 4 years ago, before all of this like pandemic stuff.
2019.
Just before. Yeah. So it's like, I think that's the other reason why I can't get back to it is because I'm kind of already, I've been in a weird depressed state for the past, what is it, 3 years now?
We don't need the Joker movie to put us in the same spot we felt after the Joker movie anymore.
Yeah. And I think that's why Spider-Man ended the way it did. Like, melancholy but still hopeful. I think once you see this movie, you'll understand it still ends like a Batman movie, but you feel a bit more hopeful than you did at the end of Dark Knight, because that movie, while special, it also kind of ended kind of dreary because it's like, oh, we all hate Batman now. It's like, oh, but we don't.
I can't speak too much on the Dark Knight because
You never saw it?
Nope.
The trilogy.
I didn't.
Really?
No, it was during my high school years, but I just happened to miss it.
You might like them. They're not they are not terrible movies. The third one kind of lacked because it was like, what are we doing here? Like, I think it was meant to be like a second Joker movie, like a second Heath Ledger movie, but because he passed away, they weren't able to do anything.
Gotcha. Yeah, and he's what kind of brought everyone out to theaters.
So and then that's also the movie that all this theater stuff happened with. So it definitely got like a bad like rep, but it's not a terrible movie. But it's just kind of peters off towards the end. You're like, all right, cool. I guess it ends.
I don't know. I thought about going back to it, but I guess right now in 2022, I'm excited for the new one.
Yeah.
So,
I think if anything, once you watch the new one, you'll want to go back to the old ones just because you'll have a Batman fix. Like I've kind of dropped off Batman over the past like 10 years or so. Like I don't really care. He's like, have you ever heard of that? Like, oh yeah, Batman can like do anything as long as he has prep time.
No.
It's a really stupid and like every time in comic books he miraculously like escapes whatever the Joker is like putting him through, or like last minute it turns out he had like this secondary like foolproof plan that like had to like go a certain way.
He knew it would go that way.
Yeah, he's always like one step ahead of the Joker. Like,
it's like Sherlock Holmes.
I hate that. I hate it. I hate it because he's already rich. He already has like all this weaponry. Pick a lane. Like just do one thing. Yeah. And the Batman, this new one, is kind of just the detective Batman, which we don't really see. Like if you played the games, it's kind of like that. But like that's interesting. That's the Batman that I think I'm kind of into more than any other of iterations of that Batman, is the one that he like thinks his way through stuff instead of like, oh well, I already did it.
I like more intellectual Batman.
Yeah, and then I loved Ben Affleck, but they wasted him in those movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the Dark Knight trilogy? He was in?
The Justice League era.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I didn't get to really get into the Justice League either.
You're not missing much.
I will say I did try, but that's why I don't think I'm not missing much, because it got boring really fast.
Yeah, it's cold?
Because I got long sleeves. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good.
Good. I wasn't sure if the TARDIS was cold or not. I think I'm just close to the window. I mean, door.
Did we close the door? Yeah. This is a draft.
There's a draft.
On that hot planet out there.
Yeah, it's also a hot planet because there's lava. I mean, weren't we in space?
Solar wind.
Space.
In 2D.
Yeah.
Can wind happen in 2D?
Here, let me try. I don't know, but...
Huh. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think can be flat.
Maybe?
Internet, what do you say?
Yeah, what does the internet say? Is that it's not really an object to be molded.
Sometimes 2D wind speed is measured at all neon, terrestrial, and aquatic. Oh, I'm reading someone's neuroscience website. That doesn't make any sense to me.
No, that seems terrifying.
But it is talking about 2D wind. So I do believe, you know what? It is a thing. But this is an entire science journal, so I won't read it. No, it does exist.
We got another half hour to fill.
All right, I'll read the description, abstract, citations, methods. Get ready.
I kind of feel like I should have, I could talk a little bit about the superhero stuff that I was telling you about.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna be nah, I think I could do it. How much have I told you about it?
We talked about it in one of the podcasts. But man, this deli shop memory.
Yeah.
These sandwiches.
These sandwiches, man. No, it was when did it start? 2010, 2011.
Okay.
This guy named Phoenix Jones just decided to do the superhero thing.
Yeah.
He had a decent costume and everything, and he would parole the streets, and he would just try to do the superhero thing, but there's not a lot of crime happening. It's not the amount of that Gotham gets.
Yeah, yeah.
So he would just sort of parole, and then eventually he would start getting people on a weird Justice League sort of thing. And it sort of started turning more into an egotistic sort of well, I'm the only one who could defend anyone and I can do anything I want. He started spiraling. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I had no clue that all this accumulated in 2020, just before the pandemic. In 2019, it was discovered that he was actually selling drugs on the streets, allegedly. And he would just kind of use his superhero persona to get things, and clearly he wasn't doing his superhero job anymore. He was just kind of just a drug dealer. I don't even think he was wearing the mask anymore, but there's some weird bullshit that happened where he got caught, and then in 2020 he was in some sort of court trial thing that they were about to start his trial. Yeah. And then the pandemic hit.
I wonder, did they just hold the trial or did they have it?
I feel like it happened. I feel like there's pictures of the trial, but I don't remember whether or not they've continued it.
Here you go, January 20th, 2020. What happened to Phoenix Jones at the 2021? Is it 2022 though? I don't really know.
Yeah, so wait, does it say if he's in a jail? I don't think he's in jail.
I'll go to the 2021 article. He was arrested in 2011?
Yeah, he was arrested in 2011 for.
Oh, he pepper sprayed a group of people who were just having a good time.
That's the one. That's the one. Yeah,
Good time. This is serious.
He thought that like the men were assaulting the women, so he went over there and started like punching the guy, and then the girls started attacking him. And then like they're trying to like tell him like it like they're all dating, like not all four of them, but like two and two. The pair there's two couples.
Yeah.
And then he just like wasn't having it, wasn't listening, and just sprayed them.
Well, that was terribly unnecessary.
Yeah.
All of it.
And
All of it.
not a good guy. Like I don't know, like his intentions were kind of good at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then after a while it was slimy. Like at one point, a girl died on his watch or something, and he feels guilty about it, but like he uses that as his like tragic like origin kind of story. It's like, well, that's not your story, that's her story.
Honestly, I'm reading like in this article talking about the first time he was arrested, even though it's a 2021 article.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. But they're talking a little bit about his childhood.
Yeah.
And honestly, if he just talked about his childhood, that would have been like, if he wants an origin story, that would have been a good one, because he's a middle child of 5. He went to an orphanage in his infancy until he was 5 because his mom was dealing drugs.
Yeah.
And he lived with his father for a while, who got shot and killed while trying to rob a convenience store. He has a great, like, not great, that's, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah.
But like that's a great origin story if he wanted to use that.
Yeah, but I think he wanted a gritty one.
That's fucking gritty. His dad died while trying to rob a convenience store.
I think he talks about it, but I don't think he uses that as like, well, no, it probably that's his origin story then, but I think he uses the girl's murder as like another point of like, you know, like Uncle Ben died and then Gwen Stacy died. Like it was another person that died on his hands kind of situation, maybe.
Okay.
I think that's what it was, if I'm getting it correct. I don't know. Like, this is why I should have done the research. Because I was also watching this guy on YouTube called Comic Tropes. Great YouTube channel that like just goes deep dive into like comic book stuff and comic book storylines. But one day he posted a video called "When I Was a Superhero" or something. And then I clicked on it and watched it, and apparently he worked with Phoenix Jones. Can you see him?
Yeah, no, I see the video. I was a real life superhero.
Yeah, like he just goes deep dive into like what his experience was. I guess he was like a journalist kind of guy at first, and then he sort of got wrapped into this whole situation, and he saw.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's fascinating, and I had no clue that I've been watching this guy for years. And then all of a sudden he comes out with this video. It's like, oh, I had no idea you're like connected. It was one of those weird like, you know, comic book moments.
Hey everybody!
Oh no, the TARDIS.
See if you put it up here. I'm not finding it. It's easy information.
Stupid TARDIS noises.
Oh wow!
Wow.
It's that big old YouTube projector we put in the TARDIS.
That's the one.
That's what we do all day.
But yeah, his story is fascinating.
Hey,
just mute me.
We ain't even pleased anymore.
Hey everybody.
And we're back.
Yeah, it was fascinating just hearing this random story through this guy's perspective, because everyone just kind of knows the Phoenix Jones story, but nobody knows about this guy. Like the other people around him were genuinely trying to do the superhero thing, but Phoenix just kind of abused the fact that he was like the head lead of all this, and he kind of ran it as a cult.
Okay, hear me out and call me out if I am smack judging without very much research, but I feel like Phoenix Jones has got to be dealing with like borderline personality, or like, because that's a very like interesting persona to take on.
Yeah.
It's out there, but like I can respect being out there.
Yeah.
And there is an egotistical side, I believe, to trying to put that on yourself.
That's kind of the ego conversation about superheroes in general, and he kind of went through. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look, but there has to be some sort of comic that goes through that, where gets in your head that you're kind of a hero, so you mean well, but it just kind of fills your head, so you become this pompous asshole.
Yeah, no, so working with EMS, that's like your demigods of heroes.
Yeah.
And I would argue, like I've heard those kind of comments a few times where like, well, why would you treat me this way? Like, I have the power.
Yeah.
Or why would you say that to me and now I'm going to strap you down?
Yep.
Kind of like idea.
Yep.
Awful things to do. Y'all should stop. But those of you doing it should stop. But yeah, that kind of like, since I have the power, I can do what I want, and I have that like, I don't know, it's a little narcissistic.
Yeah, that have you seen The Boys? Have you watched the Amazon show The Boys?
You talked about it a few times, but no.
Yeah, I guess that's a good example of it. That their Superman in that universe is kind of has that egotistic, like, I can do whatever because I'm your savior, so bow to me kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you never think about it ever. You never think that, like, oh, Superman could very easily be like, no, I'm your leader, and you literally cannot do anything about it.
No one or nothing should be monopolized.
Yeah.
That's how this shit happens.
Yeah.
We all need checks and balances.
Like the first time that Phoenix was caught, I think that the taser incident, he was taken down to the police station and asked to hold a press meeting to then reveal his identity to the world.
Yeah.
And you'd think, oh, that's a cool comic book moment. But like minutes ago, he was inside an office taking prints, and they were looking at him, and they already got his information down. Why are we doing this? To fill his ego.
Yeah.
It's kind of to fill his ego. So like, and like there's video out there where he's wearing his costume and he's like, my name is Phoenix Jones, and he takes it off and he reveals it. I forget his actual name. And then he just like takes it off, like this big dramatic moment. Like, like when Spider-Man in the comics does the exact same thing. There's a moment in the comic book where Spider-Man reveals his identity as Peter Parker. He's at a podium. He takes off his mask. Says, I'm Peter Parker, and I've been Spider-Man since I was 14.
If I were there, I would have been like, like you started saying it.
I'm sure there's plenty.
I'm sure, like, if he had some like superhuman abilities, then maybe I'd be a little more in awe. But just because you catch someone on the street, or catch someone from stealing from an old lady, that doesn't mean.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
What did you do, and why are you getting arrested, bud?
It reminds me of this. I wouldn't be able to find it. It's from like years ago. I think it was a Vine. But this guy took his phone out really quick to like stop these ladies in their car because they left eggs on top of their cars. They were like driving away from the grocery store. And he's doing a nice thing, initially. But then on the video, he's like, now I've just done a good thing today, and these ladies are here to tell you that I saved them from losing their eggs. And their eggs would have been broken. They would have had to buy new ones, and they're just laughing. They're trying to hold them together while he's like, so do good deeds. It's just like, like that was sweet, but now it's weird, and we're probably never going to ask you for help again.
Nope.
That's what it makes me think of.
Yeah.
Look at me.
I'm doing good things. Yeah, like I'd be interested to see a world now with TikTok and everything. What a superhero world would look like that then. Like Spider-Man sort of touched on it, and the boys sort of touch on it, but like imagine our real world, just people just like being superheroes for clout.
I love the movies. I would in real life, I'd hate the people.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't really hate these people. They haven't given me a reason to hate them. I'm just,
No.
I am annoyed by what they thought they were doing, because I'm like, okay, no one asked.
Yeah, and like nowadays, or like I don't know about nowadays, but like after a while they separated from Phoenix Jones. They all just kind of like did charity work.
Yeah.
And like went to soup kitchens and stuff like that, and that's how they did their part to be superheroes.
Okay.
Which in the end, it's like, all right, yeah, just do that. Yeah, there's not much you can do with it because no one really knows who you are. Like, there's a guy wearing a Spider-Man mask and a fedora. What are we doing?
Fedora Spider-Man.
Yeah. What was his name? I don't even know. My lady.
Malay. That fucking meme.
My lady. I think it was the same meme. I think it was the same meme, just with like a Spider-Man mask.
I have to see it again.
But yeah, like I don't know. I think we're kind of ripe for like superheroes because we got all the bad guys.
Yeah. Plenty of those.
like I could go into parallels of like comic book stuff that's happened in the real world.
Yeah.
Like villains being presidents.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. It's almost like some shows already like used people who were presidents as examples before the fact.
It's really weird.
Whoa.
Bald billionaires making rockets, shooting them up in space. That sounds like a thing.
Who's that?
Lex Luthor? Bezos.
Sorry. Wait. Oh, Lex Luthor.
Yeah, Lex Luthor.
The Daleks.
Yeah, the Daleks. People want to say that like Elon Musk is the Tony Stark. I don't like that.
Okay, I was totally on board with him for years, and I was in the forefront of please send me to Mars. Like, I actually filled out an application back in like 2012, 2013 when it was like nothing happened.
Yeah.
And but like I totally would have been down for getting the fuck off this planet.
Yeah.
Until this past year, the monkeys with chips in the back of their head going through horrible bouts of pain.
What is it? Oh, that's right.
Elon Musk,
Okay.
Yeah, the unethical study Elon Musk did.
Yeah.
That he got no permission for, because how could he get permission for an unethical study?
I was distracted by the robot he promised to give us this year.
Oh, that's because what he used as a distraction, not to talk about.
Just like he did with that Cybertruck. The Cybertruck was also a distraction from like other things.
Just like he did when he bragged about paying taxes.
Allegedly.
Yeah. He's like, I don't have to pay taxes, but how about I do, just to please everyone? I'm like, oh, sir, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, how could we do it without you?
Did you hear that he did you hear about that he donated like half of his taxes to charity, but like there's no name on the charity?
Yeah, that's how money laundering happens.
But bless him, he did that. Oh, he did one good thing that I will give him credit for. He did a very good thing, and I hope he doesn't gloat about it and just leaves it at that. He sent his Neuralink internet stuff to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Good.
That is good.
Good.
That came from the monkey experiments.
Sure. Sure.
It's just kind of like how any experiment that modern science that comes from the Holocaust, we must also acknowledge that came from the Holocaust. In this case, I will also acknowledge the poor monkeys.
Yes, the poor monkeys. But hey, he did a good thing.
Yeah.
Asterisks.
You know, I'll put it this way. He didn't do a good thing, because I don't think he necessarily meant to be as good as this is for the Ukraine people, but the Ukraine people got a good thing. And I'm happy that that can help them.
Yes. Okay. Yep. Bezos, you're up next. What do you got, Bezos?
Yeah, now we're going to tear you apart.
Yeah. That gets you 1 week, Musk. You, Bezos, you're on notice.
That ends the Elon Musk roast. No, really, like,
I can
2
go.
months ago, I would have been a little more defensive of him. It's just been more difficult and difficult to stay on board.
Since it's been a minute, like I've been hearing terrible things about him, like hiding things, or like he doesn't necessarily create things. He buys ideas, and like most people want to ignore that. Which is like, no, that doesn't make him a billionaire, or that doesn't make him like a smarty. Like, oh, look at me, I'm coming up with all these ideas. That makes him a billionaire.
Actually, so there was the guy I dated in high school. We dated for a while. He was really smart, mainly for them. And I remember when we were at Regis University together, he worked close with this physicist. And there they both did an experiment where they, and I'm not kidding, discovered one of the fastest particles in the known universe. This was in 2011. So he's a smart guy, and he worked with this professor, and they worked on it together. Like, he actually contributed to this. But because of his lack of education and because he was so young, even the professor wouldn't put his name on the discovery.
Yeah.
So it's really common in these, like, in the engineering and like physicist world for people who are a little less like fortunate or don't have the degree or a little younger to not even get the credit, because the science community doesn't want to hear from you unless you like know everything.
Right.
I'm not necessarily pooping on the science community, but it's interesting.
Yeah, it's always been problematic, even during this like whole pandemic thing. I know we got to do our part, and like this is a whole other conversation. But like, what are you guys doing? And like, stop changing roles. Stop making like things in up in the air now. Like,
Don't side with
yeah, that's kind of the big one.
Don't side with the money.
That's kind of the big one. I'm like,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like Elon, since we've kind of become aware over time that he's basically bought some of these inventions from other people, it makes me wonder who these other people were.
Right.
Like, who are these minds when
Yeah.
they're not all his idea?
Yeah.
He's getting the credit. I want to talk to those people. I want to utilize those people.
Where? Yeah, yeah, where are they? Because I mean, yeah, theoretically, there's a person out there that's doing the job. So who are they? Are they the Avengers?
Yeah.
Are
exactly.
they the ones we should be like, hey, hold on, what about them?
Exactly. So like that's why I wish I remembered what particle was, but like with my example, I kind of think about like those people, like who out there is like that smart and that like unknown. Who's that Isaac Newton?
Yeah.
That we don't know.
Yeah. Huh. Ooh, that's interesting. Bet you it's Florgans.
Right. It's the Greys.
It's the Greys.
Oh my God, it's the Greys. We both were just like, whoa.
We just both realized it.
Man.
Really? Wait, hold on. Really look at Elon Musk. He's pretty alien. What if he's not buying all this shit? Like, what if, let's give him credit. What if he's from a race of people who are just like, all right, hold on. And then they like write it down on a piece of paper, like, here, give this one. A cyber card? Yeah, just give it to him. I want to see what happens. Does it work? I don't know. Like, I'm just coming up with ideas, dude. You tell me.
I don't know what this does, but it's working.
They all just kind of look like different Elon Musk, but different hairstyles.
like Elon Tusk.
Yeah, Elon Tusk.
From Rick and Morty. They already have the different Elons. Elon Musk, Elon Tusk.
Elongated muskrat.
Oh, that's good. Elon Shucks.
Yeah.
Elon Stucks.
Okay, so maybe we're looking at this differently.
Elon Ducks.
He's not the Tony Stark. He's the Kang, The one at the end of the time.
Why is that actually a little believable?
Oh God,
Why
that
would
makes
he-
more
he-
sense.
It does.
And if we're being honest, I think Mark Zuckerberg is the Tony Stark.
No. But Mark Zuckerberg did say that he might not be human. I heard him say it.
Okay.
I heard him say it.
Oh, then he would be. Let's see. Would he be Super? No, he wouldn't be Superman. Also, there. I've asked around. I don't think he's a reptilian.
See, I was just gonna say before you said that, lizard.
Do you think?
I mean,
I don't know.
look at those empty eyes.
I would still say
Chameleon.
alien, but I don't know what like.
Chameleon abilities.
Okay. It's like it's a different species from the musk.
Yes.
From the Musk
whole-
Empire.
There's a whole tree of lizards out there. So.
Yeah.
Some are dinosaurs.
That's
Some are
true.
dragons.
Oh God.
Some are newts.
Do you think they planted him here so they can get revenge because the dinosaurs died off? Like, did we cause that?
See, most things are our fault. That was not our fault. We did not have anything to do with that.
We don't know that for sure.
Okay, we should go to that museum. Where
We should go right now.
Where is the name of that museum?
You look it
Where
up.
where we once rode dinosaurs. We might find out if it's the truth.
Meanwhile, we're in a time machine. I'm just gonna go to the prehistoric era right now and check it out for myself.
Oh yeah, we could find it out that way instead of looking it up online. I'm just.
All right, you keep going. I'm gonna go look.
Okay. Well,
Oh, you haven't found it yet? Okay. I'm gonna go check while you look at the research, and we'll compare notes to see which one is better. Whether or not I should step out of this TARDIS right now, or you should look it up.
But you should check because is there a bathroom on this TARDIS?
There is a bathroom on this TARDIS. There's like 5 of them.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of the bathrooms on this TARDIS.
Okay.
I want the unisex bathroom.
That's fine too.
Okay.
All right, here I am. Huh. Interesting. There's a lot of interesting stuff here. Ooh, I know what I'll do. I'll put all of these sandwiches inside of this volcano and see what happens. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Okay. Well, maybe I should just go back into the TARDIS and see what she came up with. I feel like that's going to be a better idea. Also, I should get out of here. Oops, I'm the one that caused it. Me! Okay, so I definitely don't know what is out there. Why don't you tell me what you found?
I didn't know you'd be back so soon. I wasn't dancing by myself.
Oh, that's right, because you went to the bathroom. I see the flaw in the narrative.
I'm not embarrassed. You're embarrassed.
Okay, well, while you do the research, I'm gonna go look for crystalline tachyons or whatever we were doing at the
Looking for
beginning.
crystal meth?
What?
You
No.
said crystal meth.
Crystal tachyon particles. I did not.
Oh, there it is. The Creation Museum. Okay, here we are. So this dinosaur has its head cocked and it's looking all like confused like a puppy. That's pretty cute.
Yeah.
That's adorbs. Tickets. Wait, how much are tickets? Okay, kids 10 and under are free. Probably because you couldn't get anyone to come here if you had to pay your kids 10 and under.
Is this here?
Bam. No, this is in America.
Is this
Let me see
local?
about museum. Hopefully not to Colorado, please. Petersburg, Kentucky. Thank God.
Wait.
Whew.
I was outside in the prehistoric time, so I'm kind of foggy. What I forgot. What are we doing?
Hi. We're talking about dinosaurs and if people rode them once and if we caused their death.
Oh, it wasn't. That's not what I did. But yeah, go on.
We got two different things from this assignment. What I got in this assignment was to look up shit on the Creation Museum.
I dropped a whole bunch of sandwiches in the volcano.
Oh, you know what? And I pulled those sandwiches out of the volcano.
Okay.
So we are on the same level.
Okay. So then
that being said,
I didn't kill off the dinosaurs, meaning humans didn't.
I mean, in real life, no.
Okay.
What you saw out in the prehistoric times. Something in my eye. This TARDIS is so dusty. Maybe I don't have makeup on. It's not makeup.
It's all that prehistoric dust out there.
There's probably a lot of sulfur.
Yeah.
God damn this eye. Okay.
You
So
right?
while I fix my eye. So no, we did not ride dinosaurs, but this museum says we did, and we're gonna find out more about it because we're here now. So, in case you didn't know, it's 75,000 square foot facility. That's really important. Welcome millions of guests. That is, that's an exact number. But what I'm really curious about is how much people pay to get in here.
Have you ever been there?
Oh my God, no, it's expensive though. Holy shit. Okay. It is $44, between $24 and $44 from ages 11 to adult to buy tickets.
That's not terrible.
Now, if you want to see the museum and
What?
the Ark combo, if you want to see the Ark.
Oh, what do you mean Ark?
I think it's that thing that people died in Indiana Jones for.
Of the Covenant fame?
Well, this is a Christian museum.
Okay, yeah. I'm complete. So this is a Christian museum that believes in dinosaurs, but that's
trying to prove that we lived with them.
Oh.
Because evolution is not real.
So they'll accept that dinosaurs were a thing.
Yes.
Just that we lived with them.
Yes, in this Christianity, the devil.
They believe in the Flintstones.
Yes.
Bunch of psychos.
But let's say you want to do the museum and the Ark combo.
Okay.
Between $44 and $84.
Hold up. What? Wait, how much?
Between $44 and $84 to get in for one person.
Why? Like, is it like a Meow Wolf kind of thing?
Let me see what happens when you push buy tickets.
Also, what did Noah fail the dinosaurs?
That's what happened. Okay. It's not the Ark like from Indiana Jones. My bad.
Oh, okay.
It's the Ark Encounter, featuring a life-size Noah's Ark. Only 45.
That's what I was thinking.
Only
okay.
45 minutes from the Creation Museum. Hold on. You have to pay $84 possibly to go to the Creation Museum and then drive your ass 45 minutes away to another place.
If I'm being completely honest, that doesn't sound bad. because this whole week, that's something I can tell you. This whole week, I've been looking up the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser.
Yeah.
I've been looking up a whole bunch of videos because like there's like a press like 2-day thing where they invited the press and like a bunch of attraction YouTubers to come on and experience it.
Okay.
So I've been watching a bunch of videos. It's cool. I'm not gonna pay ever for that experience because for 4 passengers, it's a total of $6,000
Oh my God.
for 2 days,
That is.
2 nights.
Hold on.
That
They generally. Oh my goodness! I don't make $6,000 in 2 months.
1 day trip to the Star Wars land in Disney World, but not Disney World, just the land. And like it's cool, but that's the only thing you get to do, and then you get back into the cruise. All right, I'm going to explain what it is. Basically, you pay the $6,000 so they can shove you in a Star Cruiser and immerse you into a Star Wars world where there's a story happening around you. You get to meet the captain of the ship. You get to meet people that are clearly part of the show as the crew members of the ship.
Okay.
You're not your cabinet is like this tiny little cabinet, which I understand now looking at it. You don't need a big cabinet. You don't need anything fancy because you're not going to use it.
Yeah.
It's 2 days of you doing Star Wars activities. You're running around like pushing buttons at certain space stations, like shooting at like space. They're clearly giant LED television screens that are like you're playing a big video game essentially. It's cool. It's cool. Everything I'm explaining is definitely very cool.
Okay.
And then certain moments and there's beats where like the captain of the ship will be like come up to you personally and be like, hey, I need your help real quick to try to like solve this whole resistance and new order thing.
Okay.
Can you help me out real quick?
I'd be like,
Can you check your data pad real quick and can you go ahead and like send me some information and you're on your phone and you're talking to the captain secretly. It's not just the captain. There's a whole thing. There's a 2 singers. There's a singer and her bandmate that are on the ship. The bandmate has a romantic love story with this like guy that like likes to play the guitar on the ship. He's part of the crew or something, or like he's one of the passengers or something like that.
yeah.
There's lightsaber training where you can meet up with a Jedi and like he's very, very spiritual about the Force. Like, you know, that person that's like that guru that's like super into like inner peace and inner love.
Yeah.
You can tell that that's his real day job.
Okay.
Because he just replaces like whatever he says normally with the Force. But he's very passionate about it. He's like, do you feel the Force in your soul? Do you see it? Close your eyes. Come with me. Hold your hand. Let me hold your hand. And now let's experience the Force together. And it's lifting us up. And like you gotta get into it because you're like, I feel the Force.
I would start having church PTSD really fast. Look on my head. Look on my head.
It's a little preachy, but at the same time, it's very like or if you just like let yourself like get into the role, it's fun.
No, I can appreciate it. I like thinking of Meow Wolf and how that would translate, or even on a mild scale, it actually sounds a lot like a Great Wolf Lodge. Have you ever done that?
What is that?
Great Wolf Lodge is basically it's a hotel.
Murder mystery.
Huh?
Like a murder mystery.
What you do is you get these wands and you run around like this entire hotel until like 9 p.m. So people know they're going to run down the hallways. They just have to be used to it. But the whole point is to just stay in the hotel. You're not really going around anywhere or traveling to a city or anything to like see the city. It's just to go around the lodge and have a medieval adventure.
Yeah.
And you come across fairies and there's like elves and trees everywhere.
Yeah.
You point the wand at things that'll like light trees up and
That's
play
cool.
little movies. Yeah, no, it was
They
really
do
fun.
that for Harry Potter land.
Oh, fun.
You can buy the wands, and in certain spots, you can see you can like activate a magic thing to happen in the middle of the street or something, like wind will blow in your face or something.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And they kind of have that sort of thing here where it's the data pad's your phone. Like they're very into like, oh, what is this? What is that? Is that to capture a hologram? It's like, yes, it's the can I take a hologram of you, please? And you just experience this whole thing. The First Order shows up, and then at the end, Rey and Kylo show up and do this huge epic battle around you, and you're like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
No, they end up just like partying. Like this is meant to be like before that moment. Like I think this story takes place just before all that. I think. I don't know. That's what I'm assuming is happening in this storyline. It's canon to the whole overarching whatever. I will have my Kylo kiss.
Must kiss.
What is it? Kyrie?
Kyrie.
Their couple name. There's a couple name that they have.
Kyrie.
Raylo. That's what it calls. You're
Raylo.
You're a Raylo.
I'm a Raylo fan.
Yeah.
There's one thing I can get out of the movies considering.
Yeah. If you end up getting $6,000 to like burn and you do this trip, there is a romantic storyline you can follow along through the whole 2 days, which is kind of neat. It just, yeah, it's not Rey or Kylo. It's the what's his name? Greedo. Do you remember Greedo? He's the one that shot at Han. Who shot first? Scaly, big eyes, green.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
It's his species that falls. It's a girl version of him. She's a band part of the band of the singer in the thing, and she falls in love with like the minstrel that's hanging out, and like he gets the kids to like gather, and he's like, help me write a song for her so we can fall in love, and then they like write a little kitschy little song, and then like he plays it around and he's minstreling around like, I love you because you poopies, and like whatever the kids write, like whatever the kids write, like he'll sing it for her, and then she'll fall in love, and then they'll like at the end of the story you see them just canoodling in the back like, we love each other kind of thing. There's food that like they have like cool looking food. It's cool. It's not worth $6,000.
Not that love story.
None of it's worth $6,000.
No, none of it. $6,000. I bet it's fun.
I don't know why this couldn't happen on land. Why did this need to be on a cruise? Because you're not allowed to go outside. You're indoors. When you look outside, you're looking at LED screens of space. Like,
I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
I need my outside.
I don't think that like if I had a choice to, or if it was like a 5-day cruise and stuff happen around and you're allowed to like break character and go out and breathe for a minute. They have little special rooms that are biodomes that emulate what it feels like to be in California or Batu, the Star Wars land.
Okay.
So you get that air kind of feeling. There's another room that emulates nighttime, so you get that nighttime breeze. There's another room that's like a daytime. Cool. So you get that, but it's artificial.
Yeah, if it works, it works. That's why I put like the stupid space backgrounds from YouTube on my TV, so I feel like I'm somewhere that I'm not.
I suppose, yeah. Like this TARDIS.
Yeah, exactly. Like sometimes I put YouTube on the TV in the TARDIS so I can pretend like I'm somewhere that I'm not, even though I could go anywhere I want to go.
Even though we are actually in the TARDIS right now, the actual one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though it's spelled differently just for copyright reasons.
Yeah, it's like TAURDEES. TARDIS.
That's too many.
TARDIS.
All right. Do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I think it's about time.
Okay. We were supposed to. We were supposed to save Dee, but she sent me a text like an hour ago, and she never went on the planet, so she's fine. She's at home.
Oh, that's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to go back and get her there.
Yeah.
But
So
maybe
I'm gonna push all these knobs. Keep talking.
we may have other adventures along the way.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm gonna have. Wait, hold on. We're gonna end in a cliffhanger. Ready? I'm gonna open up this door. Ready? I'm gonna give you the kiss.
What?
Oh no!
Oh no!
We're in
God.
2020.
Ah!
Oh no!
Why the fuck did you bring me here?
I don't know, dude. I don't know how to work this
What the-
thing.
What the fuck were you thinking? No, not 20. No, close the door. Close the door. Close
Okay.
the door.
Put your mask on. Put your mask on.
No. Ah.
It's okay. It's fine.
This is back when they were telling us that maybe we don't have to wear them now and that it might be worse for you.
Oh shit. So wait.
So everyone's gonna be mad at us for wearing masks because we know better.
So we should probably
We
follow
actually
that
know.
current rule.
No, but with all that current rule, we might get the earlier form of COVID, which is almost worse than this form of COVID.
Actually, no. Hold on, because I've got the vaccine and the booster. So like, if I'm here in 2020, do I get sick? If it's fresh, if it's a fresh COVID-19.
That's a great question. I think you would be less likely because I would think that the first version of the virus would be closer to the vaccine you originally got.
What about the booster?
The booster may come from a variant because I think it did.
So it's a stronger battery than it needs, so it's not going to work at all. Maybe it'll work enough.
Maybe we need it again to keep from getting that version of COVID.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Let's not leave this TARDIS. Let's go somewhere else. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's not do this cliffhanger. Let's try a different cliffhanger. Here, do you want to try? Here. Here, push the buttons.
Bop. Boop. Boop. Beep. Bop.
Keep forgetting I'm going to put the sound effects.
You need sound effects when you got me.
Yeah, just do it. It'll make my job easy.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no, we're underwater, but we're protected by a bubble of air because the TARDIS is amazing. It's Atlantis. It's Atlantis.
You gotta be visual. Theater of the mind. It's amazing to us, but they don't.
H2O cow over there.
Is that the Dick Castle from the Little Mermaid VHS box?
It's Trident Man.
Hello, it's me, Trident Man.
I'm Trident.
Would you like to ride my back and we can fish? Fish sticks.
Fish sticks, literally.
All right, I guess that's the cliffhanger.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay.
All right, we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Thanks, Wilson.
All right, it's recording. And remember to stay pretty close to the mic.
There you go.
Because I think once that happens, once we can control the mic thing, I think we'll be golden.
Me too. We're getting closer and closer. I accidentally unsubscribed from Dad. I didn't know he had a couple of videos out instead.
It's mostly him just kind of telling you to head over to Twitch because he's doing another party thing.
He's been doing a lot of Twitch lately.
Yeah, I'm worried. I'm really worried. I watched one of those videos and it was like, "What are you doing, bud?" He was what was it? He was like, "Oh, you guys keep calling this a dead channel. It's not a dead channel yet. I'm gonna eat all these jalapeno poppers or whatever, and now it's gonna be a dead channel. But watch me on Twitch." It's like, what is that?
Oh no. I just got on board.
What is this? Please don't do this. Please don't do this. Be one of the good ones, please.
Seriously, just got on board. That made me sad. No.
I'm hoping it's a thing. I don't know. All right. We're gonna go ahead and just pretend real quick. I'm gonna make this sound effect in real time, but I'll put the actual sound effect later on, so we know what we're doing. So it's once I do the TARDIS noise, then we'll just walk out. You tell me what's up, I'll tell you what's up, then we'll just go back into TARDIS.
No.
And then if it sounds weird, I'll just edit it somehow to make it make sense.
I can see me like flubbing up in a minute.
We'll probably flub up. But even no, you know what? Let's just be we're tongue in cheek. We're very aware what we're doing.
Okay.
So like
I'm very tongue in cheek, anyways.
Yeah. So like it's okay if we're like, oh okay, well but we'll just get through it just because so we can play around with it. Okay. Okay. Ready. 3, 2, 1.